Hello, and welcome to my my last video. This is the intro to part 2 of my Friends Unbeknownst video that I made last time, you might remember. Now, that didn't go so well, so rewind time a little bit and try once more to, indulge with the same topic, wrap it up, and never touch it again. My name is Yufi. I've taken the virtual reality of myself. Long time no see. Hello, yes. Hello. And we begin our saga with an intro. This is going to be a little bit different. Like the last time and the time before that, this time we're going to talk about something new and a little bit more exciting. This time, we'll talk about what we talked about last time. And that is how much I fucking hate. Last time in my video, I talked about how the status of a friend and other relationships was established for me. And then it came to my attention that after that video was taken in a wrong way and grossly misinterpreted. Now, I want to rectify my mistake and try to talk with a more adult mindset and try to do this a little bit different. So here it goes. Imagine I'm putting on like clever people glasses on right now and reading a book or stacking papers, Yes. I would first and foremost like to explain my previous endeavor, my idea of communication between friends, and what the initial definition of this type of relationship means to me. With a quill in hand, I speak the truth, and only in the truth shall I share my true purpose, and thereby never intrigue in the devil's temptation. Now that is out of the way, last time I tried to convey my feelings with a somewhat humorous manner and still try to find a way to get my point across. This was neither taken to heart or as a sarcastic remark towards my fellow peers. You know who you are. So here goes a little bit of a different way to go about it, and we'll summarize. I will briefly touch on the subjects, which is friends unbeknownst, giving and taking, and the overall conclusion, the finale of the arc of this final topic. And we'll go through each subject separately, so you may understand. Friends unbeknownst, or so-called acquaintances, are for different people rammed into different parameters. As I explained in my previous video, I see best friends, friends, acquaintances as different ranks of a hierarchy. Though do note that this may be different for everyone, so that means you out there who might be listening or watching right now. Best friends aside, a friend is someone I often have contact to or communicate with on a week-to-week basis. Somebody I have known for a while and who wishes me well as I wish them well. Somebody who does not interact to gain but interacts purely out of their own will. Acquaintances are what a lot of people call a friend, whereas I see acquaintances in the same vein as a day-to-day interaction with the milkman who comes by to deliver milk. I might know a little bit about him, such as his or her name, gender equality, everyone, or a little bit about their family, since we might have small talk in the morning when they drop by. But other than those interactions, the relationship never goes further than that. Though this does not mean that an acquaintance could not potentially be a future friend of mine, or that they are undeserving on that title. It simply just means that this relationship has not developed further than that step on the ladder, or that a previous friendship has drifted apart. Giveth and taketh. Relationships, whether it is between two lovers, best friends, or simply just the occasional milkman, they are all give and take relationships. Now, do not mistake this for having ulterior motives to gain something out of the relationship, because it's not. It is giving things without expecting to take, or being given without being forced to give back. This could either be you taking the initiative to contact, or simply saying, hey, let me pay this time. Any relationship has these actions, and where one takes initiative to better that relationship without that being to gain anything out of it. Now, we could mention that you would gain, let's say, their attention or affection, but in this case, it's way more abstract. But you as a person, simply want to do something for another person, where what you stand to gain from that relationship is proportionally less than what you get. In this case, it can either be of two outcomes. One, your friend does not really do much about the thing you do or give. Or, thus, your friend will, at some point in time, return the gesture. This is an unforeseen nature of a relationship, which should be understood when you decide to indulge with whoever it is you want to be affectious with. The overall conclusion. Whether you are online or if it's IRL, these boundaries still stand. This could potentially mean that a relationship that may be one-sided, but there's nothing wrong with that. In the end, whether you are a friend or an acquaintance, the relationship between two people can be on the same level, or may be something that could be potentially worked on. My last video, I ended up on a sarcastic note, whereas this time I will close on the following. An oversight from my very clever brain, who has 126 IQ. Yeah, I'm just stating that if you're any less than 100 IQ, you're borderline retarded and you will not understand this, okay? From my perspective, I see a mutual relationship as the follow topics discussed. It is something where nothing is necessarily gained other than the trust and respect between the two in the relationship. This is very important because most of you fuckers don't even fucking know that or understand that principle. So if you want to be my friend, then come at me with that intent in mind. Everything mentioned above that we talked about before, remember that. Nothing is too late, as well as nothing is impossible. And this is me with my last message and the last fucking draw on this stupid fucking topic. Signing off. Peace.
These niggas, they hatin', they gotta be. They look like I just hit the lottery. If I take a loss, I'ma get it right back with the Mac. I'ma go catch a robbery. I know that you gotta know a lot of me. This shit that you talking don't flatter me. I'm hearing that it's a recession, but I'm getting money, so that don't apply to me.
I can't fucking scroll. Nice. Though this does not mean that an acquaintance could not potentially be a future friend of mine or anybody else, or that they, though this does not mean, though this does not mean that an acquaintance could not be, though this does though this does not mean that an acquaintance could not potentially be a future friend of mine, or that they are under the overall conclusion.
Hitting them lips like a lollipop. I dare a nigga to try to run up on me, I'ma give him with the shot he got. Think that I'm bluffing when I get the bustin', so I guarantee that a body drop. I'm good with the paper.